Hey guys, you're watching this one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Replica Engine. I've got a little change to do on this part of this blue area here. A little bit of a shape change. We knew that we never had a reference picture really of that. I've got a better picture now, so we should be able to fix the look of that. We also missed an entire hole. I don't know what that goes into yet, but there's a hole there that we need to do. Basically, I need to move that up by one. And what goes in there is what's called the camshaft. Now, I never, and I still don't understand why on this engine the camshaft goes down here. Because on a real engine, now it might be how that game runs, how maybe it's a mistake, or maybe it's just how this type of engine runs. But from what I've always understood, the camshaft goes on the top of the engine. Because what it basically is, let's just build a mini one. Okay, so it's like a pipe. Let's turn these off. It's a pipe that has like pieces of metal, let's say, pointing out at different directions, okay? And when this rotates, obviously the little teeth are hitting these fingers at different points. And when they when a finger hits one of those, it obviously pushes it down. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, okay. So when it's on top of your cylinder head here, it's got direct contact with these fingers, with the rockers. But in this game, the camshaft goes in here. I need to move the circle, but it goes in about here. Now, I don't know how these teeth, if you like, affect what happens up there. Maybe it's a different name in Finland where the game's made, and there's a language difference there. Maybe I'm being silly and it's something really obvious, or something else. I don't know. So it's going to make no sense, and I'm not going to be able to connect this up to anything really because I don't know how it works, or it's in the wrong place. So we're just going to put it in how it is in My Summer Car and sort of pretend that it's in the right place and that we're doing fine. So let's fill this back in first because I've got a little bit of shape modification. This is pretty good, but I would like this to be a little bit rounder. So let's bring this out. And let's just add a little bit more on here. We're really close. That's a really subtle change there. And I think I want to carve that away. So I want this to come, let's for the minute try something like, oh, I can't cut too much out. You know, I can cut what I want out. Who's to tell me I can't cut something out? Okay, yeah, that's much better. I'm very, very happy with that. And then on this side, I'm happy with that. And now over here, I'm just going to cut in here like this. And I'm going to take that out. Put that one back in there because it needs to be there. Okay, very, very happy now. Very, very happy. So we have a small gear that's going to go on here. Just like a little toothed gear. Like that. How do I want to do this? Because that's actually like not too far off the size that we want it to be. But what I might do is just add these ones like that, just so it's a little bit more meatier. And then this is going to go up to the camshaft gear, or the camshaft, which is going to be here. Okay, that's probably about the height that we want it. I'm going to carve out a little hole because we want the camshaft to be a little bit thicker. Let's make the camshaft again out of this block. And I need to come out at least one more. Spider. Difficulty peaceful. Go away, spiders. I haven't got time for you today. And then let's go on to the inside here. There we go. And this is going to... See, I don't know how it connects up. But this runs all the way down the engine. So let's do it. I think I've got a quick way that we can do this. I'm going to run... Oh, no, I'm going straight over the top of that. Oh, excellent. Hey, our replica can't be that far off being somewhat accurate when everything's lining up with each other, like when we're not getting in the way of each other with things. It has to be somewhat good for that, right? So if I'm just adding like a seating for it, like this, just so this side has something to rest into, because I don't think it comes through the other side. Okay, so if I just select this and this, copy, paste, paste, oops, undo, paste, and paste. So we've now got that going all the way through. And then, like I said, there's like these little teeth that, well, we are sort of a little bit in the way here. Doesn't really matter too much. That rotate and should hit things, but I don't know what they hit here. So is there really any point in even building them? They're not even that big, and this just rotates round. You know, I'm not even going to put them in because I don't know where this connects up to. If and when we find out, maybe you guys know these engines, these sort of small compact inline 4 Russian engines. Why did I say Russian? Maybe you can let me know like how this connects up. But for the moment, we're just going to ignore that. I'm going to close that back up. And then we need the camshaft gear to go onto here, which is a bigger gear than what that one is. So we can have a little bit more detail in it. Let's start off with the smallest gear, like that. And then we can make it a little bit bigger. I might even extend this out, oops, so I can, I don't know, emboss it, make it a little bit more impressive looking. I might go with stone, actually. That's not a bad idea. We'll do it like the same under here. And then I think I want that shape on for the sides. So we have that one. We have, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Fill that one in. That one. Trying to figure it out. And that one. Make this a circle, as close to as we can on this scale, which probably is going to be that, which is really easy. Looks like a circle to me. Looks like a circle to me. And it should be in line with this, which it is, because the chain, the timing, I think it's called the timing chain, then goes around there. Can I do any bolts on here? Like, can we get some little black? Or should we stick with the brown? Let's stick with the brown. Like little bolts holding that in there. Okay, before we put the chain on, there's a little small, I don't know what it is, but there's a small rectangle that goes in there. I don't know how deep it goes. I'm just going to carve it out like that. And let's make this so it's like a dead end. It goes somewhere, it holds something, I just don't know what. And then we have another circle here, which we will eventually find out what it does, but for the moment I have, again, no idea. Is that big enough, or do we want to go 3? I think I want to go 3. That's about right. Move this over a little bit. There. So it's not quite as close as that. And then there's some parts that come off this that will eventually be used to hold something on. Probably, and I'm guessing, the gearbox. Or, no, I don't know, engine cover? Not a clue. Oh, I can't put them there because of the chain. Because we're a little bit more tighter for space, and we'll put one here as well. I might put a third one in if I have space for it. So, the chain. Let's do this. What block have we got? I want a black block, obviously. We got black wool as our first choice. However, I also think that obsidian for once could work, because it looks like it's sort of got like little teeth on them. Let's try obsidian. Obsidian I never get to use, so it'd be nice to be able to use that. So it runs around this sprocket. And it runs round this gear. And then somehow we need to connect it up in the straightest line possible, which is not 90 degrees, which is not just diagonal like this. We end up being a little bit out. So we're going to have to go up by 2, up by 1, up by 2, up by 1. Looks good. It looks nice and straight. And then on this side, I don't know, if we go 2, then 1. No, we're going to have to go longer than that. 3, then 3, then 3. Now let's make it a little bit bigger. We're going to just overlap this. So it's going to go, oops, thicker on both sides. It's going to, it will technically be against the engine. I suppose we could move these out by a block if we didn't want to do that, but I'm not really that bothered. So we have it on that side, and or do we leave it like that and we just have it embossed on one side? Because I don't like it. I'd like it not to be touched. No, I'm quite happy with that. So we've got the timing chain on there as well. Each step that we do makes it more and more engine-like. I need to figure out what we need to do next. I shall be back. I didn't expect to quite get that far that quickly. The timing cover, obviously. And this hole is for the water pump. So they're having those two pieces there sticking out actually going to be pretty perfect. So the timing cover is a piece of metal that's going to enclose this chain up, so we won't ever really see it again. We're going to have to make this blue section come at least 1 block prouder than the chain. So in some spots we're just going to have to make this a little bit bigger, which is no problem. We've got plenty of space. Yeah, I can get away with that. I don't technically need that there. It needs to be just slightly bigger. Like that. Oh, that can run across there. Perfect. Look at that. And it also encloses that as well. Let's just do an outline on where this needs to go. So it needs to go there. And it needs to go around the side of this. I sort of want to get rid of that. I sort of like how it's just following this down at the minute. And then around the bottom of here. And then comes back up at its own. Let's do that. So I'm getting close to this, but it doesn't matter too much. So we'll go up nice and diagonally. Oh, we need to go around this as well, apparently. And then I'm happy with that for our rocket timer cover. So that's where it's going to go. This needs to now protrude enough forward. So we need to add another couple of blocks around each one. I won't do it all. Well, we could do it all. It's not going to take long, is it? So we have this around here. And then we want to then emboss this out a little bit more. So we're going to do then a slightly smaller inlet layer that then has the screws to hold this on. But I need to make sure I leave a hole for this, because this continues on through to the gearbox eventually. But we're a long way away from that yet. Okay, so then this can now come straight over the chain pieces. Ooh. Once we get this first layer in, it goes a lot quicker. There, that one. I'm taking out the part. I know we'll eventually have blocks like where I'm removing these, but I'm removing them just so I can find it easy for myself to follow. Like, I know where I've placed blocks and where I will need to place blocks. So that's going to be in there. Do I want it to pop out anymore? Yeah, I think we're going to do one more that pops out on another smaller layer. This one I can leave in though. These pieces, I won't remove those again. We're still clear of that, which is perfect. That's exactly what we need. So we have these all the way up. And yeah, that works. Yeah, that will work when it's all enclosed up. Okay, and then we have the bolts area as well. Okay, let's fill all this in then. So we need to leave this open. It's a shame that this is the same block that this is made out of. We might change what I'm building at the moment. We might change it to be built out of stone instead. Or change those to be made out of stone. Or it's the same metal. Why, yeah. No, we should be fine. We should be fine. I just want to make everything sort of so you can tell the difference between everything, so it doesn't like blend into one. So I'm trying to use as many different sort of shades as grey as we can to get as many different metal types as we can. Distinguishable. That's the word I'm looking for. I would use the fill command, but I don't trust myself to end up making a square too big at the moment. So this doesn't come through anymore. This is all covered up. It's just the one hole that we've left down the bottom on here. Whoops. Perfect. So there's our timing cover. Let's bring this further through. See, this is what I mean. Look, it now blends into this. Unless we just sneakily change this to stone, which I've got in here. I can just grab it quicker than there. So it just changes in there. It's going to make no difference. We're not going to be able to see it that easily anyway. Okay, so I'll just leave it like that for the moment. Seeing as though it's turning, I should probably remove those four as well. So we've got like the room for it to rotate, and it looks square then, there, doesn't it? I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it like that. And then we have the bolt holes on here. I could probably do it like that. Will work the best. And a third one on there. We'll have one there. One there. One there. I'm trying to sort of get them as close to where they should be as possible. One there. One there. There's a lot of them. People do not want this thing to come off, apparently. I'm gonna do that just so I get a little bit of a more interesting shape. And there. It's not quite an exact right angle then, is it? Okay, perfect. There's our timing cover on, and then this is going to be where the water pump is. Have we got enough time to do the water pump? Probably. Yeah, we've got enough time to do the water pump. So I'm going to move this over. I'm going to move it right over to there so we can actually integrate them. That one we can just move up a little bit as well, just so I can actually use those. And I don't know what the shape of the water pump on the inside looks like. I really don't know. It's what pumps, obviously, the water around the engine. I'm going to have to leave the back end of it for the moment and just build the front end. These do touch. They're very, very close. Wrap that around the outside of this so we can make it look like it's part of it. Perfect. And this doesn't come off too far. We just need to get it enough so I can put a circle on here. In fact, no, it needs to line up. I think it needs to line up with that eventually. With what? With a sprocket that goes on there. I'm going to have to double check. Yeah, so it does. We have a gear on there. I can't remember what it's called. It's the crankshaft or the crankshaft gear or pulley or something like that. And then that hooks up to the water pipe. And a third one somewhere over here or up there. And that's what the fan belt, that's the one that goes on to, which is what we have to buy at the shop at the beginning of my summer car. So this just needs to come out proud enough because the water pump is like a yellowish block, or it will be made out of a yellowish block. It's a yellowish colour. It needs to line up with that. So let's imagine it would be, I'm just getting this wrapped around my head. That one, and that one. I need to be in line with there. If we want to do it one block. Yeah, I want it to be in line with there. So, as long as... Let's get a yellow block. It's like a muddy yellow. It's actually not too far off that. It's quite a muddy yellow. Because I think yellow wool is a little bit more... It's a little bit of a dirty colour. But I think that one's going to make a lot more sense. So if we then... Where's the middle point to this circle? Right there. That's that one. And that's that one. Right. Just making sure I've got this figured out. There, there, and there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's quite big, you see, this one. 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. Trying to slowly make the circle bigger without it losing too much of its circleness. Nearly the correct size. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's hard to get a circle of that size by the looks. No, it works. That's fine. That's circle to me. And then I'm going to do the same there. And the same on this side. You'll see, you'll follow along in a minute. We're just trying to get all the alignment correct. And then we can carve out this middle one. Like that. Okay, so now the belt is going to be in line with that and that. Perfect. We can now fill all of this in with yellow and put the little bulge, characteristic bulge on the front of it. Let's put that in so I still know where the middle is. You never want to lose track of the middle points on circles. So then if we do that one, that one, that one, and that one. Perfect. Okay, well, I don't need that anymore. I can see where the middle of the circle is there. That one. I want to get it to actually look like the bulge. I think that's going to do it. That'll work fine with me. That'll work fine with me. And then we just need this to connect up in a way that doesn't look really dodgy. So let's just bring this down. Fill all that in. Is it easier just to fill one layer in or both of them? I need something to click on, you see. There, there, there. Okay, and then this is already being held on, so I can put a couple of a brown one there and a brown one there, which is the bolts that are going to hold it on. And then all of this can be filled in. Oh, and I want to remove this because I don't like it being yellow. And we should do it a dark grey instead. Perfect. Perfect block for that. But we don't know what it does on the back. I don't know what it looks like on the back, and I don't really want to guess because I'm going to get that seriously wrong, and all of you guys are going to hate me. Perfect. All right, wonderful. I can't do the chain that goes around it because we've got a third one that we need to connect to this onto this yet. But apart from that, let's take a look what the shade is on. I think we're doing okay. Hey? If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!